Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new to the channel, a big warm welcome. Today we'll be staying at the Walt Disney World's Pop Century Resort. We'll be taking a look at the room, the resort, travel options on property and so much more. Here we are and welcome to Disney's Pop Century. This is one of Disney's value resorts and one of only two which are currently open. This resort is a tribute to fashions, toys, catchphrases and music which captivated us from the 50s all the way through to the 90s. Here we are at the front of the main entrance of Pop Century, and to the left is the transportation area where the buses will take you to the various resorts. And to the right is where the luggage assistance can be found.
So let's enter the Classic Hall, which is your main lobby, and see what's in store. As we walk into your right is the front desk. You may or may not need to come this area if you completed your online check-in. This is the contactless way for you to check in. When you are here, be sure to check out the nostalgic shadow boxes that contains artifacts from the 50s all the way down to the 90s. They have artifacts that are Disney and non-Disney as well. So these artifacts or shadow boxes will be right below a timeline that you will see at the top on the ceiling. Now, when you are coming into the main entrance of Classic Hall, to your left you will see Everything Pop. Here you will find your dining area and shopping as well. So let's go inside and see what you can find. So here, of course, you will find all of your souvenir needs and also goodies and snacks for the children as well. And on the far back is your dining area, and of course you will also find here in the gift shop the swimsuits, just in case you forgot those at home. Also some hats, Mickey ears, toiletries of every kind that you need, and of course jewelry. You can even buy bottles of wine here. And also lots and lots of lounge fly bags of so many different kinds right behind the register. How cute are those? Each resort has its own unique merchandise, and because Pop Century is serviced by the Skyliner, you'll be able to find Skyliner merchandise here as well. So from like t-shirts, mugs, ornaments, cups, you name it, it's all here. So Everything Pop will have one entrance and one exit. So the entrance you just saw, now the exit would be on your far left-hand side, and which would take you directly out to the bus transportation services. So to get back to Classic Hall, you would have to make a left, and there you will find the main entrance again. walking back into the main front entrance of Classic Hall, in your immediate right, you can find the guest information board, which is handy to know the hours of operation for each park and Disney Springs. To the left of that board is the business center. So here you will have access to a phone, check your email, have charging ports, and ATM machines for your convenience.
Here we are at the rear of the Classic Hall with the pool behind us. To our left is Petals, which is the pool bar. Here they serve both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. And as we turn around now, ahead of us is the main resort pool. So this would be one of the main pools that they have. And then close to the pool, you'll see the recreation activities board, which gives you a list of what is going on. This can also be found on the My Disney Experience app. Just beyond the main pool is actually a splash pad for the children. You'll notice that the sun loungers have already been moved and separated, so they do request that they not be moved so as to maintain that social distancing. Because this is the main pool, it is going to typically be a little bit busier, but you can make use of any of the pools here at Pop Century. I love the online check-in and the ability to use the app to access your room, either by your Magic Band or through the app as well, so it really is contactless. Once the app has notified you that your room is ready, you can then make your way directly there without needing to go to check-in. We were staying at the 60s, right across from the pool. We had a preferred pool view, so we were on the second floor in a corner, on the corner room. So we had a great view of the pool deck. Nobody knows theming like Disney. Pop Century has 60-foot tall Disney icons, giant silhouettes of people dancing on the side of the buildings, and bright colours. Pop Century has the most rooms of all the Disney resorts at 2,880, and those are in 10 four-storey buildings. All the rooms are the same, but price essentially varies based on location, so a preferred room is the same internally as a standard room. The level of detail Disney goes to is truly remarkable. If you take a look at the can of Play-Doh and the characters sticking at the top of the tub of Play-Doh, you can actually see the fingerprints and thumbprints of the child that had made those characters.
So right across from the Play-Doh compound, we see Baloo and Mowgli from Disney's The Jungle Book, which was released in 1967. These giant Duncan Imperial model yo-yos are located on each end of the 60s buildings, which are the staircases. Some of the yo-yos have strings that measure more than 1 foot in diameter. Walking through the 60s building, we will find a bridge that will connect you to Disney's Art of Animation Resort, and where you can pick up the Skyliner, which then takes you to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort and has connecting Skyliners to Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and Disney's Riviera Resort. If you like to go for walks or for a run, there is a 1.3-mile trail around Hourglass Lake with spectacular views as this and sceneries. There are signage spread through the trail with fun facts for your journey. The facts will change as you go from decade to decade to correlate with the theme of the buildings. There are Disney and non-Disney facts as well.
As we head into the 70s, what could be more synonymous with the 70s than an 8-track tape? This 35 for 8-track tape overlooks the buildings, and a fun fact, the tape at the very top of it is 1 foot wide. As with all the theming here at Pop Century, it's all larger than life. Be sure when you're here to visit the big wheel and check out the sticker on the 3-story big wheel, as it states that the bike can accommodate a rider that weighs up to 877 pounds. The 70s section of the resort wouldn't be complete without Mickey Mouse, particularly as the Walt Disney World Resort opened in the 1970s on October the 1st, 1971.
Leaving the 70s building and heading towards the 80s and 90s buildings, you are welcome with this giant cute Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. This may be here as Toy Story was released on November the 22nd of 1995. How cute are they? Now in the 80s buildings, you will see 2 Rubik's Cubes, one completed and one not completed. I understand Walt Disney Imagineers designed them to show the different stages of the solution process. These cubes on each building are more than 40 feet tall. Across from this giant Sony Walkman is a very large pool in the shape of a huge laptop computer. On the top left corner is a stack of floppy disks, and on the top right corner is a hard drive where you will find restrooms and guest laundry services. Let's look on the right-hand side of the huge computer pool is none other than Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit was created on June 22nd, 1988, and he stands very tall with the perfect art mural right behind him. Let's head on over towards the back of the computer pool and take a look at the 90s building. Here you see CDs or CD-ROMs, and as we head towards the center of the building, there's a huge laptop. See if you can spot the hidden Mickeys on the keyboard. On the desktop, you will find 4 icons for each Disney park. There is a post from abcnews.com announcing the opening of Disney's Animal Kingdom, which was on April 22nd, 1998. You can also spot the cursor hovering over Blizzard Beach, which was opened on April 1st, 1995. And now, without further ado, let's head on over to a room.
One of the things that we love about these rooms are the space that they offer. You can see here that there is a queen size bed and a nice table area so you can grab a bite to eat or just sit down, but behind that, you'll see in a moment, that does convert to a queen size bed. So it is very nice that you do get this space. Also, the room has a lot of features such as the large TV, plenty of storage, and you'll see here as we pan across the artwork, and then that second bed has been pulled down, so you can see that. With that pulled down, it does take up a lot of the space, but again, you can put it away to free up some more space. As you can see through from the room, there are plenty of storage, and in addition there's plenty of plug sockets and also USB sockets, so if you need to charge your phones or you just have the USB charger, and there's plenty of those both on either side of the bed, and also on the other side of the Murphy bed there is power on those sides as well. The beds are slightly raised as well, so you can store underneath the master bed, and then you can also see that in the room there are also additional features such as a fridge and coffee maker, which are extremely helpful. The room we had was a preferred pool view room, and as we look out the window we had a great view of the pool. The main reception area is just to the left of that, so it's super close, so it makes it easy to go to that shopping area that we saw, and also the dining. Also, you'll see here, in addition to the large TV, there's additional power, there's more storage, which really comes in handy, especially if you have kids. And we'll take a look, and you can see inside the storage right here, along with a safe. Disney have also put some information here so you can see exactly what their enhanced cleaning means. In terms of, Disney is known for their cleanliness, and from what we understand, the vast majority of this was actually already being done by Disney. The only thing is there are a few additional enhancements, such as the remote controls being in the that particular cover there, so that you're not actually touching it, and they can be replaced after each guest. But from what we understand, the vast majority of these cleaning functions were actually being done previously, which is fantastic. Disney are continuing to place in each room the booklet showing everything that's going on and all the various amenities that they have within the Walt Disney World Resort, and these are replaced with each guest that comes in. The bathrooms have two sliding doors, one between the toilet and shower area and one between the sink, and then another between the living space. So this is quite nice, as it does allow a number of different people to get ready at the same time. In the particular room that we had a shower, but they do also have rooms that have a bathtub / shower. So if you do have little ones that you're wanting to have a bathtub to be able to bathe them in, I would recommend you can put in requests through the My Disney Experience app. So I would recommend doing that when you're doing your online check-in, as they do have some rooms with bathtubs as well. Disney are continuing to use the soap dispensers in the vast majority of their rooms, and they do have enhanced cleaning for those, so you can see that on the tops of those. We would prefer to see the disposable ones, however they have gone the extra mile. These rooms are great also because they do have an ironing board along with an iron, so you can have access to all of those things as well, which is fantastic. In addition to the iron that we mentioned a moment ago, ladies, if you've forgotten to bring your hairdryer with you, don't worry, because they do have hairdryers available in the rooms. If you're going to be staying longer than a few days and needing to do laundry, then there is laundry facilities located right here next to Petals. It was great seeing everybody in such a happy mood. All the cast members were super friendly and so very happy to be back to work. And it's great to see that not only the guests are happy to be back at the Walt Disney World Resort, but also the local wildlife, which we expect to see here in Florida. One little tip at Petals is we tried the lava smoothie, which is the non-alcoholic drink, and then the pina colada, which has raspberry Bacardi rum. And in actual fact, the alcoholic version, the pina colada, actually tasted a lot better than the non-alcoholic version, and it didn't taste like actually there was any alcohol in there.
I agree, and I would definitely get it again. Let's head on over now to the 50s building, which is on the right side of the 60s area. The bowling pins you see are more than 65 feet high, where a regular bowling pin is only 15 inches tall. One thing we also noticed is that every single trash bin around the entire resort have had their lids removed to make it contactless, and we really appreciated these small details. The first thing that catches our eyes is Lady from Disney's Lady and the Tramp, which was released in 1955. I understand Disney Imagineers got original toys and items and were then digitized. A foam replica was created, which was then replaced with steel and fiberglass, which modeled these massive icons. Speaking of bowling pins, in the center of the 50s area is a pool in the shape of a bowling pin. As you enter, there are bowling balls to your left that are fixed to the ground. On the upper right corner is a shelf with bowling shoes. This is the guest laundry services and restrooms. The building towards the back has a huge jukebox tower displaying songs that are from the 50s, both Disney and non-Disney as well.
Food can still be purchased on site. It can either be done through the My Disney Experience app or by pointing your smartphone camera at that QR code. Instead of then going and selecting the food that you want at the actual location, you'll go ahead and make your order through the app. And then once it's ready, you'll be notified to go to the collection zone, which is essentially in the same place that you went previously. Once you're in the window of delivery, you'll then let the app know that you're there and ready. Once it's told you to collect your food, there'll be a cast member there that'll direct you to where you'll need to go. And you can see here that they've actually put arrows on the floor to direct you. As we're making our way through here, off to the right you'll see the drink zone where there are actually cast members there, and you'll just let them know what you're needing and then they'll go ahead and fulfill that order for you. And then this is the collection zone where you'll go ahead and pick up your food, and you'll see it'll have your name on the bag.
We hope you enjoyed the resort tour and room tour as much as we did.
Don't forget to subscribe and like, it really does help the channel. Also click on the bell so you're notified when the next episode will be available.
Until next time,
We'll see you real soon!